Hello, my fourth graders. Welcome back. This is our lesson 3.7. Multiply two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. This is our learning target. Multiply two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. All right, so we are going to practice to find the partial products and to show 10 ones regrouped as 110. And also you should be able to find the product. Okay, so now let's move on to our Explore and Grow. Model 24 times 3, draw, right? To show your model, then find the product. So maybe they were asking us to use these 10 blocks, right? Base 10 blocks. So now I'm going to draw 110, right? This is 10, right? And another 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many of them? Yes, 3 rows of them. 1, 2, right? 2 tens, and then 4 ones. And another 2 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Now, we are going to find the product, right? So since we know this is 20, right? 40 and 60, right? So 60. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to be turned to what? 110, right? And then how many left over? 1 and 2. So how many 10 blocks we used to call longs, right? So we'll see. So how many 10 blocks are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus what? How many ones now left? 2 left. So 24 times 3 is, 24 times 3 is what? 72. Make sense? All right, now the next question is what? How did you use regrouping to find the product? Oh, yeah, we regrouped. What? 12 ones, right? Here we had 12 ones, and then we regroup them as what? 110 and 2 ones, right? That's how we found. All right, now use a model to find 15 times 8. Okay, now I'm going to do 15 times 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1 long, right? That means what? 110. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, we need to do what? 8 times of this 15, right? So we've done this so far 4 times. So I'm gonna do in here more. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So now let's take a look. How many longs are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is what? 80, right? And then we have 8 ones, and then let's see, 8 of 8. It's supposed to be 15. 다시. Okay. All right, so now next question is what? Use a model to find 15 times 8, right? And we need to draw what? 15 and 8 times. Okay, so now I'm going to do 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, how many groups we made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, one more need to go. One long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now, if we abide this 5 and 5, this becomes what? 110, right? Remember? And this is going to be another one long, and this is going to be another one long, and another one long. So how many longs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tens, which means what? 120. So I'm going to write it down again. 15 times 8 is equal to what? 120. That easy, right? So let's move on. So today's lesson is also the easy one, right? Okay, so if you don't understand, please watch it over, okay? Rewind and watch it all again. All right, now think and grow. Use regrouping to multiply. Find 32 times 6. Now estimate 30 times 6 is what? 3 times 6, 18, correct? And how many zeros need to be added? One more zero. So the answer is what? 180. All right, step 1. Multiply the ones and regroup. Okay, so now 6 times 2 is what? 12 ones. So you are going to write what? 6 times 2 is 12. You need to carry 1 up here on the tens place. Okay, and then regroup 12 ones as 1 10 and 2 ones. That's what it is here. Okay, now step 2 is what? Multiply the tens. Yes, you did already ones place. And then now you need to do the tens place. Now add any regrouped tens, which means what? You need to add the carry-ons, okay? So now 6 times 3 is what? 18, right? 18 plus 1, 19, okay? So that's how it works. So the answer is what? 192. So because 192 is close to the estimate, what? 180. That was our estimation. Do you remember? Here, right? Okay, so the answer is reasonable. All right, use the model to find the product. 3 times 44. So here, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So that's 144. How many 44s are needed? Yes, 3 groups of 44. So 4 ones and another 4 ones and another 4 tens, right? 4 tens of these 3 groups of 4 tens. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we group them together, that's gonna be what? Yes, 100, right? I'm gonna put 100, okay, H. So for 1,000, I'm gonna put T, right? All right, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, this can be 110, okay? And then leftover is what? 2 ones. And how many? We already convert this many into 100 plus 1, 2, 3 tens. So 100 plus 3 tens, which means 30 plus 2, which is what? 132. All right, let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to do up to number 4 together. And from number 5 to number 15, I want you to do it yourself and then check your answer with me. And then last page, let's do it together. Okay, how about that? So I wanted to change a little bit before I ask you to do everything else. But for the go deeper or some more the word problem, I want you to practice with me. Okay? All right, but that doesn't mean you can just write down the answer. Don't get me wrong, okay? So now, number 2, find the product. Check whether your answer is reasonable. When you check your answer is reasonable or not, you have to use what? Your estimation, okay? So now, since this 12 is close to 10 instead of 20, I'm going to multiply 10 times 8, which is what? 80. Okay, so my estimation is what? 80. Let's check. Now, 8 times 2, we learned this one, right? We are going to start from the ones place, and then we are going to move on to tens place. Do you remember last lesson? When we use partial product, we started with what? The greatest number, right? Because of what? Yes, because we need to align the place value. But here, since we are going to regroup it, you don't have to write down um, like one row, two rows, and three rows, and then add them together. We don't have to do that process. So we are going to start with the ones place first. Okay, so 8 times 2 is what? Yes, 16. So I'm going to put 6 1 here. Okay, and then 110 on top of tens place. Okay, so look at this. 16, right? 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, always remember. And then 8 times 1 is what? 1. So now, okay, so 1 plus 8 is what? 9. So the answer is what? 96. And 96 and 80, they are close enough. So my answer is what? Reasonable. If your estimation was like about 800 or 8,000, that product, this 96, is not reasonable. But since this is close enough, this your answer, which means your product is reasonable. Now let's move on to number 3, estimate. Okay, so since 47, which number is close? Like 40 or 50? If you said 50, you're correct. Since this 7 is what? Greater than 5, right? So now we are going to do what? Ones place and then move on to our tens place. So if you need to regroup it, we have to write on top of tens place, okay? So now what is 7 times 5? Yes, 35. Do you understand? All right, let's move on to tens place. 4 times 5, 20. So when you add them together, 23. Make sense? So this is 235, but oh, I forgot to estimate. I'm sorry, guys. So let's see our estimation. Since I said 47 is close to 50, then 40, I'm going to do 50 times 5, which is what? 25, and then 10, right? So 250. And compare 250 and 235. Yes, your product is reasonable. Let's move on to number 4. Let's not forget to estimate first. So this 23, which number is closer, 20 or 30? If you said 20, you're correct. So now 20 times 6, 120, correct? Yes, since 6 times 2 is what? 12, and then you need to add one more 0 at the end. Correct. And then let's go ahead and find the product. So now 6 times 3 is what? Yes, 18, right? And then now we need to move on to tens place. 6 times 2, 12. Now 12 plus 1, 13. Okay. So now you need to check your sum, your estimate and your product. How about that? Yes, your product is reasonable since your estimate and product are close enough. All right, so from now, number 5 to number 14, I want you to do it yourself. Okay, so pause the video and then do it, practice by yourself, and then you can come back to the video and check your answer with mine. All right, go ahead. Welcome back. How was your practice? Was okay? Some had questions? Yes, please always remember you can put star mark on it and you can ask Mr. Lee after this video lesson, okay? So let's start with the estimation first. So 25 is close to what? 20 or 30? Do you remember? This 5 and up? Yes, round up, right? So I'm going to use what? 30 times 7, which is 21, and add 10 at the end. And let's find out the exact product. Let's start from the ones place. 7 times 5 is what? Yes, 35. So I'm going to put 5 and 35, right? And then what about 7 times 2? Yes, 14. So 14 plus 3, 17. So the answer is what? 175. And 210, they are close enough because it's not 2,000, right? So your estimation was 200, which is close to 175. So your answer is reasonable. Let's move on to number 6. So now 34, since 34 is close to 30, then 40, I'm going to do 30 times 2, which is 60. All right, let's find out. 4 times 2 is what? 8. And 3 times 2? Okay, 6. Yep, that's it. So 68. And your estimation is what? 60. So your answer is reasonable. All right, now 56, I'm going to use 60, correct? Yes, not 50, since this 6 is what? Greater than 5. All right, 60 times 9 is what? Yes, 54. And then you need to add one more 0 at the end. Now let's find the actual product. 6 times 5? Sorry. 6 times 9 is what? Yes, 54. You can put 4 first and then 5 and up. You can do it. Or 5 and 4. Okay, it depends on you. What about 9 times 5 or 5 times 9? Yeah, 45. So 45 plus 5 is what? 50. So the answer is what? 504. Okay, so your estimation was what? 540, which is reasonable. All right, number 8. 40. I'm going to use 40 for the estimation, right? 40 times 8 is what? 32. And add 1 0, right? And let's check. Now, 8 times 1? 8, right? There is no regrouping, remember. And then 4 times 8 is 32. So the answer is 328. And your estimation and your product, they are very reasonable. All right, 73. Okay. What number are you going to use? 70 or 80? Yes, 70, because this 3 is what? Not more than 5. So this is round down number. So 7 times 4, 28. But this 7 is not only 7, this is 7, 10. That means what? One more 0 you need to add, right? Okay, now let's find out the actual product. So 3 times 4 is what? 12. Carry 1 up. And 4 times 7? 28. So 28 plus 1 is what? 29. Okay? So check your estimation and then your product. Yes, is reasonable. All right, let's move on. Number 10, 89 is close to 80 or 90? Yes, 90, right? So 90 times 6. Yes, 540. Okay, now let's find the actual product. 9 times 6, 54. Carry 5. And then 6 times 8, 48. 48 plus 5 is what? 53. So your estimation and your product, when you compare it, your product is reasonable. All right, now let's move on to number 11. For this type of horizontal problems, I want you to rewrite it as what? 65 times 7. Okay, the vertically. Now, what is your estimation? 65 is close to 70. Okay, so 7 times 7. Okay, but 7 is what? When I say 7 times 7, that 7 is what? 710 times 7. Okay, remember. So what is 7 times 7? 49. And since 7 was not only 7, but 710, so we are going to add one more 0 at the end. So 490 is our estimation. And let's find out the exact product. 7 times 5, 35. Carry 3, right? And 6 times 7, 7 times 6, that's gonna be 42. So when you add them together, 42 plus 3 is what? 45. So the answer is what? 455. So your estimation and your actual product is close enough. So your product is reasonable. All right, now let's move on to number 12. Okay, 3 times 92. I'm going to use what? 3 times 90 to estimate, since this 92 is close to 90. So what is 3 times 9? 27, and you need to add one more zero, right? Now let's go ahead and do this 92 times 3. I'm going to rewrite it to vertical way. Now 3 times 2 is what? 6, and there is no regrouping, right? What about 9 times 3? 27. So the answer is what? 276. Your product is very reasonable, since your estimation is what? 270. All right, number 13. Estimate. Okay, 47 times 5. 47 can be what? Round up to 50, right? So now 5 times 5 is 25, and add one more zero at the end. Now let's find out the actual product. 47 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry 3 up. And 5 times 4 is what? 20. So when you add them together, 23 tenths, which means what? 235. Okay, that's our product. Since our product and our estimation is close enough, so our answer is what? Reasonable. All right, so let's move on. There are 8 questions during the first round of a game show. Each question is worth 15 points. Okay, what is the greatest number? Okay, this is a question, please underline. What is the greatest number of points that a contest can earn during the first round? All right, so you have 8 questions, and then each question is worth 15 points. If you got everything right, that's the greatest number of points you can get, right? So let's go ahead. 15 times 8, we are going to rewrite it. And let's go ahead. 5 times 8 is what? 40. And carry 4 up. And 8 times 1 is 8. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So the answer is what? 120 points. All right. Now number 15, find the missing digit. Okay. This is a type of kind of easy, because you know what? They already gave you a lot of clues here and there, right? So we are going to see. So 3 times 5 is what? 15. They already carry 1 up and write down 5. Now, one number multiplied by 5 plus 1 can be 6. Yes, 1, right? Since 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Correct. Let's move on. This 2 times unknown number is going to be 4. The possibilities are what? 2 times 4 is also 4, right? And another one is what? 2 times 7 is another candidate. Since 2 times 7 is what? 14. And then you're not sure yet, so you need to see the tens place, right? Since 2 times 3 is 6, but here you see 7, right? That means what? There is one regrouping. It has to be, because we know what? 3 times 2 is 6. So 1 plus 6 is what? 7. You got it? Okay. Now, so what is only our option? 7 is going to be our only option, since we need to regroup 1 in here and add to 6. All right, that's how you can find. All right, now next question. Unknown number times 8 becomes 2. Okay, now let's find out the possibility. Okay, so 8 times table. Okay, so multiples of 8, and is anything ends with 2? Yes, 8 times 4 is 32, right? And then what else? 8 times 9 is what? Oh, what is it? 8 times 9 is 72, right? So let's find out. If this becomes 4 here, right? 32, so you need to carry 3 up, and then 8 times 3 is what? Another 32. Oh, hold on. And it has to be what? 35, not 79, right? So 4 is not going to be the answer. So let's try number 9 now. Number 9. Okay, so 9 times 8 is what? 72, right? And we are going to add what? 8 times 9, 9 times 8, 72. When you add them together, 79. Oh, so the answer is what? 9. Okay, 9 is missing number. All right, that's how you find. So don't be scared. Just apply and check. Okay, that's all you need to do. All right, let's move on. Think and grow. Modeling real life. Example, the fastest human on earth can run up to what? 27 miles per hour. A pronghorn antelope can run up to 2 times fast as the fastest human. A cheetah can run up to 61 miles per hour. Which animal can run faster? Uh, I guess cheetah. Since cheetah is the fastest animal, right? We know that. All right, but let's find out. Okay, now find how fast a pronghorn antelope can run. Since they can run 2 times as fast as the fastest human, which is what? 27 miles per hour. So now let's find out how fast they can run. 7 times 2 is what? 14. Carry 1 up. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So the pronghorn antelope can run up to what? 54 miles per hour. So compare the fastest speeds of pronghorn antelope and a cheetah. So, yep, cheetah can run faster. Maybe cheetah, you guys say. It doesn't matter, okay? Now, number 16. A band's goal is to produce 100 songs. Okay, that's their goal. The band has produced 6 albums with 13 songs on each album. Has the band reached its goal? Okay, let's find out. So they made 13 songs in each album, and how many albums? 6 albums. And then you can compare with their goal. Okay, so now 6 times 3, 3 times 6. Yes, 18. Carry 1 up. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 plus 1, 71, 70. So now 78 songs they produced. Okay, so they met the goal or not? No, they did not meet their goal. All right, number 17. A teenager must practice driving with an adult for 50 hours before taking a driver's license test. A teenager practices what? Driving with an adult 4 hours each week for 14 weeks. Has the teenager practiced long enough to take the test? Let's find out. So 4 hours each week for 15 weeks. So 14 weeks, 4 hours, right? 4 times 4 is what? 16. Carry 1 up. Now 4 times 1 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So now what? 50 hours they need to practice. And then this teenager practice what? 56 hours. So the answer is what? Yes. Okay, the teenager practiced long enough to take the test. Now number 18. How much more does it cost to rent a personal watercraft for 3 hours than a motorboat for 3 hours? Okay, same 3 hours. So here is the price. Personal watercraft is what? $89 per hour. Now motorboat is what? $69 per hour. Okay, so for 3 hours. And how much more? Uh-oh, you have to get it. So when you see how much more, how much longer, what's the difference? That's what addition or subtraction. Yes, you need to find the difference, which means subtract these numbers. Okay, so now 89 times 3, you are going to find out the product, right? And then you are going to get what? 69 times 3, and you are going to find the product. And then you need to take away. Make sense? Yes. If you want to do it, go ahead. But for me, I'm going to do this way. Since they are going to ride 3 same hours, I'm going to find the difference already here. What's the difference? Yes, $20, right, per hour. Now, how many hours? 3 hours, which is what? The difference is $60. Okay? If you want to practice more, yes, go ahead. Okay, so now that's it for today. I want you guys to remember all the time, math has different ways to find the solution, right? So you can always explore all different ways, and I want you to find like excitement, like while you're finding different ways, okay? And figure it out. And math is figurable, all right? I will see you tomorrow, and your homework is page 109 and 110. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.